Hi everybody, and welcome to another 180 Markets Weekly Wrap. And well, Shaun, the theme of this week was more, and more. And what do I mean by that? More liquidity, more capital raising, commodity prices, higher prices once again, all across the board. And the big question that a lot of people are asking is it going to end, or when is it going to end? And with that, Shaun, what are your thoughts?
Greg, I'll tell you when it's going to end. But I'll tell you after it ends, all right? Because that's the big question. Most bull markets last for maybe 12 to 18 months. So we're only about 6 months into this, but this is a bit of an extreme. When we see gold prices where they are and other commodities and the S&P overseas, this has been a big upturn very quick. So obviously, if it lasts, that's awesome. Now, Greg, we get a bit upset in this bull market because it just feels like you miss out on everything.
That's right.
You may be making a lot more money than in the bear market, but the opportunity cost of a bull market is massive. We'll look into that once we get to the screens.
Okay.
Let's go to our new website. How good does that look, Greg?
Amazing, Shaun.
Now, we've done a lot of work on it, and it's working well. There's still a few glitches, so please be patient with us. But feeling really good, and hopefully we'll just get heaps of deals on there. So let's sign in, and let's go to close raises because, as we said, a lot of placements. The week started off. I think it was over here.
Yes.
Marinin Metals, MMA. So this one was a big raise.
That's right.
Do you follow this one, Greg?
I don't follow the company, but we certainly did have a lot of interest for sure.
That's right. Now, after that, let's take a look at Pac Gold because they announced they went up quite a lot, and they did take advantage of that and raise at 7.5. I'm pretty sure they announced pretty positive news.
That's right.
You can't follow everything, but I do know it was very positive on the platform. What else went to this week? DRE. Now, they are a serial raiser, but this time they raised at a way higher price than last time.
Yeah.
I think they raised about 6 months after the last raise. So, all these companies, OVT as well, serial raiser, they do raise a lot, but in a good market when they're raising it higher than the previous time, you can't blame them. What do we have live on the platform? LMG. Now, serial raiser, I asked Greg before, didn't they just raise? And he goes, no. And I said, they did. And Greg was like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Not considered recent anymore. So if you guys can see it, cool new feature on here is the allocation confidence. So we don't always put it up, but when we are confident or half confident we're going to get a good allocation, you'll see high. Medium is when we're a bit unsure, and low is we expect to get a bit screwed over, and that can happen. Something else that's coming, it's not ready yet, is options.
Yes.
I feel it's going to be a game changer.
It will be.
Really improve a lot of people's trading experience. BML, now this one's amazing because let's go back to the iris. BML raised money last all the way down here, and then it actually started their run straight after the placement. So BML is raising money today, and they're raising money at a pretty high price compared to the last time, but still a 20% discount. So, have you followed this one, Greg?
They've had some good gold hits, and obviously the market likes it as well. And as you said, Shaun, we're seeing all these companies where the share price is double or triple, they're hitting the market for more cash.
Finally, LTEC hitting the raise button again. Just feels like yesterday they were raising. This time it's 4.5 with some options. So Ziggy is loading the tank, and I'm sure there'll be a few more raises along the way. On the Iris today, we have quite a few movers again. Let's start with BlackRock. I think they raised money recently, Greg.
That's right.
Pretty positive announcement this morning. What do you know about BlackRock?
BlackRock Mining, one of the largest graphite developers in Africa, Shaun. And you're right, they did have a positive announcement. And also, we just completed a capital raise about a month ago, around 2 cents with options. So
That's right.
Well done.
MEU. I know you love this one, Greg. What a day yesterday. It's running up pretty well. Look at that.
That's right, Shaun.
Yeah, amazing.
Marmoto, that's what happens in this market when you get a big gold hit, Shaun.
Gold, gold, gold. BTM. It's a bit of a ramp, but yeah, they raised money at I think 0.25 recently, but before that they raised a 0.6, and before that they raised a 1.5, and before that 2.5. So you've got to have fun at some point. I will be getting my shares from the placement soon, and we'll be selling straight away. NVQ is up today, but NVX is even better.
Okay.
Up
Wow.
21%. Look at that. Isn't that just how good's that? Well done to anyone that's holding. We know a few of our guys are holding that share, and yeah, bull market, keep running it.
That's right.
Now this is one that, as we said earlier, the opportunity cost of a bull market.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of shares of this one sub a cent, and it wasn't that long ago. If you look at the charts, it has pretty much quadrupled in 2 months, probably even less. And yeah, we do have quite a few investors that took that placement. I just wish it came with options.
But Shaun, this also shows in this type of market, again, any type of good news is really well rewarded, isn't it?
That's right. NTI, now this is pretty interesting. I wanted to point it out. So I'm going to go to the 5-day chart. They released some good news on Tuesday, and it went up to 2.8. But the difference between this and other runners is it ran into a wall of selling. So that's what usually happens in a bad market, is people will use any opportunity to get out. And that's what happened here. Usually once traders get in, it can do something like this when they met with selling it. It was up 50%.
Right.
And yeah, it's just unfortunate for those that bought that there were stale sellers and they took advantage of the price rise. Now, one we're going to look at, and I'm going to tell you all the story about how I got completely, I don't know, but I-88. So
Okay.
I missed this IPO. Apparently, it was a very good IPO. It was done down here. Went to 85 cents quite a while ago. But I took a placement, I reckon, here. When the stock was, please don't laugh, Greg. It's really affected me this week. It was trading at 70, and they did the raise at 55. Now, they released no news, and the price went all the way down to 10. And that's when they released some disappointing news. I sold out because I had enough, and I took a big loss. Then what happened next was they started moving up, and they did a placement straight to the guys that did the IPO.
I was just going to ask you that.
Now, the people that did the IPO did not do this placement, and I feel like I got totally screwed. They didn't release any news to the market, and this week, look at that. They're all the way back there. So the people that did the IPO were obviously in the know, and those that took the placement, stupid people like me, just got screwed. That is a tough story, but you know what? I'll just forget about it and move on because there's a lot more opportunities. Greg, any of these happened to you recently? Which ones have you missed out on?
Shaun, every company I feel like that we've sold early, PXX is an example. We were just talking about that one before.
That's right. We took it 1.5 cent in the placement. We did sell it too, so still a good profit. But I was a substantial shareholder in this one. Look at this, how long it was down for. I used to own heaps of it. And I could have made 50 times more money. I actually think they may have consolidated, but yeah, maybe 20 times. But yeah, I sold way too early. And the other one as well that a lot of people just think is a bit overvalued is this one. And yeah, Loxley Resources has been the star performer and just amazing runs.
And we were trading this stock below 10 cents.
That's right. Even I mean, if you look here, how low it was, 2-3 cents for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done to those that did better than us. All right, time for a break. The weekend. Anything planned, Greg?
There may be a deal over the weekend, so stay tuned.
I hope so. Fingers crossed. Have a great